You said I'm missing amigo. That's I do roast. Just go for it.
Can't go shopping. Imisi will shock my destiny. You don't go anywhere. I'm scared of tomorrow because no single person.
I feel like it's drama. It's drama. I feel like someone doesn't like. Someone doesn't like it. Because I'll be honest with you, Sita is still here. Sita is still here. Sita.
She has been so lucky though.
No, but she knew. But like.
Tomorrow, no, make we not do over.
Because your friend didn't have. She didn't really bring drama to me.
So you did not hear that I've been calling you. You're here, you love you.
What you
Don't worry, what do you want? And I've been calling you like 5 times.
I think controversial, right? I think she's very controversial. So I think, they're just the same people that so every single person has some type of controversy linked to them. No, I can't tell. I can't say. You might be me. Oh my god, I'm scared.
I'm actually scared. But I feel like from tomorrow afternoon, I'll have to prepare my mind. It's better to prepare your mind than to just not put your mind do you?
What's up?
Sorry. Colin, I was talking to... I have really suffered in your hand.
They are suffering. Who is suffering?
See when you're talking to me.
How?
See when you're talking
Very
to me.
manipulative human being.
Jeez. Should they...
Kind of slap. When you give culture, we culture shock. Because
you were sleeping.
Go now, go.
Wait.
So you are so annoying. Very annoying.
What did I do that I'm annoying?
Since Kola, you now turn yourself to
You call you say?
Yes, Kola.
But you don't say anything. You say Kola come and I did not come.
Talk.
So you call my name Kola. Kola what?
Talk.
You know why I added that Imisi and Kola's moment? Because I know that some of you love it. I also want to talk about something that you guys are bashing me for from the previous video, which was the conversation between Kola and Dede, and something I said that I'm going to touch on. And then, of course, let us first analyze what Kola and Mide are also trying to analyze about evictions today. Mind you, there have been several speculations about eviction tonight. There is the red phone. There is a whole eviction twist that Big Brother has planned. There's so much for us to cover in this video, and I do not want to waste so much of your time. So let's get right into it. But before we do that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, turn on notifications so you get notified once I upload new content. Now back to the gist. So obviously the housemates, emotions are high. Do you get? People are getting anxious and more anxious by the day because obviously these are like the big guns evictions are beginning to start. As a matter of fact, today's eviction is probably going to be the last of the low-hanging fruit evictions that we're going to experience this season. The rest of it from next week is going to be the big guns. It's definitely going to be the people that you don't want to see live in the house. So emotions are high, both in the house and out of the house, because it's not just fans, it's not just housemates. We are all in this together. And also for a season that has been one of the most active, one of the most entertaining, one of the most dramatic, one of the most with the fights and everything. Like, this has been a definite 10-10. And so seeing anyone move out of the house is going to be dramatic, chaotic, surprising for all of us, including fans and housemates together. Now, this season's evictions have been one of the most surprising, mostly to the housemates so far, because they thought that if you enter ship, you will stay long. Most of the people that enter ship, they left so early. They thought that if you brought drama, you will stay long. Most of the people that were bringing a lot of drama, and for the most part, let's just say victory. Victory's eviction has continued to shock housemates up until now, but us on the outside knew exactly why Victory's eviction came. It is because they don't do enough to keep him in the house. It's not that he didn't do enough to stay in the house. Same thing with Jasmine as well. The reason why she left, all the people that have left, right? They thought that it is about what they do in the house that keeps them in. But this season is going to teach future housemates that it's not just about what you do in the house, it's also about what your people are doing outside the house. You have to give a 10 inside. Your team has to also be a 10 outside. From PR to voting, you have to make sure that all two holes are covered. Gone are the days where you just go into the house thinking that, oh, if you do the most, people are going to keep you, whether or not you put together a proper PR team. Those days are gone. Moving on. The evictions tonight are going to be some of the people that will be evicted probably will be expected. Some may not be expected, but that's not the only thing. It is also that people are saying Biggie should bring an eviction twist. Now, Biggie by himself has said there's going to be red phone, whatever. So yesterday night, after they posted all of these things on their handle, people were expecting that someone would be evicted last night, or there will be like a fake eviction last night. People were talking about how Ebuka went to the house to evict Bam Bam that time. And people were also talking about like different fake evictions that have happened, how that Biggie is going to evict 3 people, put them in that room where they would do what Pere and Angel did, all of those different things. So people have several expectations of what is going to happen today's eviction. I feel like we may either have a king-size eviction, or as they said, eviction twist. Maybe some persons will be evicted but taken to the other place where they would get to watch the housemates, or maybe just stay until Biggie brings them back. But one thing is certain, tonight is going to be one to remember. Now, back to what Mide and Kola was talking about before we, of course, tiptoe with the expectations. They are analyzing the people that have left the show, but they cannot really tell, because while they are looking at it and thinking people like drama, that's why these people are still in the house. But then there is Zita that has not been controversial. Do you get that? Has not had a lot of drama around her. Yes, she has been quite lucky with respect to she's been HOH, now she's getting saved. Mind you, when Zita was HOH and saved Mensan and Faith, I even said it that time that they are going to repay her, and it's going to be one of the best decisions she makes this season. And just how many weeks later, Faith repaid the kindness. Kudos to him, by the way. And it has helped to bring Faith and Zita closer together. Now, if the alliance between Faith and Zita has worked out for Zita, and she has also used that period to kind of like gather some type of fan base for herself, especially because of the Gbasgbos with the 3 ladies, which people are even expecting more of it to come, right? It means that Zita is no longer the low hanging fruit. So she has catapulted herself out of the bottom to somewhere where people have started taking notice of her, and also realize that, if this girl stays in the house, she may just be the only hope we have to stand up to the 3 ladies. All right. So she's already on people's radar. Mind you, people are also expecting for Ebuka to shake that table on Sunday. Do you get they're expecting that Ebuka will ask questions on Sunday, even after Zita's outpost. They still want him to ask questions. So Zita is no longer the lowest hanging fruit. And now, if Zita is no longer the lowest hanging fruit, then who is? Maybe Tracy. But again, during the last voting rounds, we saw that Tracy was not even in the bottom, like when we see bottom 3 or bottom 4. The next person to be evicted wasn't Tracy. Ivata has been there. Who else? And a couple of other people have been there. So there is Denari, right, as well. But you never know. That's like one of the things with this season. You never know who is going to be the lowest hanging fruit, because this week it is one person, the next week it's another person. So we just have a bunch of low hanging fruits. For instance, you have Tracy, you have Denari, you have Ivata. So if any of those three people are evicted, I will not be surprised, because we know that they are low-hanging fruit. Now, the reason why I won't be adding Culture or Rude Boy is because they have quite considerable fan base, and I don't think that they are going to leave with the low-hanging fruit evictions. So from, let's say, next week. Now, people are already preparing their hearts for those evictions. People don't necessarily want to leave this week. A lot of the conversations that housemates have had about evictions is, oh, if I can survive this week. Some people are even saying, if I can survive this week's eviction, I feel like I'm going to be in finals. Of course, they don't know. But I'm just saying that, it is going to get to that point where people are more comfortable with leaving, because they didn't live with the people that they thought, were low-hanging fruits themselves as housemates. So at this point, I want to ask you guys, who do you think, apart from Denari, Tracy, and who else? Denari, Tracy, Ivata, who I believe are the lowest hanging fruits. Apart from those three, who else do you think would get evicted, and why? Let me know in the comment section. Now, moving on to Imisi calling Kola a manipulator. I didn't see that coming. Let's enter there. I did not, for the life of me, see that coming, because from where to where? Do you get, from where to where? I was not expecting that. Why was she angry? He was obviously engulfed in the conversation that he was having with Mide. They were even talking about how, they were even analyzing Imisi and Dede, because those are their closest people, right? How they will be surprised if they go and all of that. And, Kola was like, he doubts that Imisi would go. Mind you, Kola already has it on his mind that Imisi is a possible strong contender that may even win the money in his mind. So Kola does not have he's not scared that Imisi won't go far, or about Imisi getting evicted. He's not bothered about that. And that brings me to the next point that I wanted to make, which is my expectation for eviction twist. Fake evict Imisi. I want to see what Kola would look like. Do you get? I just fake evict Imisi, fake evict, let's say, Dede and Bright, put them inside one place for like a couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days, before bringing them back, so that I'll be able to see reactions. I want to see Kola's reaction to Imisi's eviction. I also want to see Kola's reaction to a Dede eviction, and Mide's reaction to a Bright eviction. I also want Bright and Dede to be together in same place for a day or two, so that we'll be able to see if he really has those feelings for Dede. Do you get? But then again, basically, because he knows it's fake eviction, maybe he will not make such moves or whatever. But me, I just want to see. I want to hear the conversations that will happen, right? So I definitely, an eviction twist that contains those three will bang for me. Yeah, for me. I feel like that is going to bang. And maybe even fake evict Zita, so that she can come back to the house after the 3 witches have probably insulted her and rejoiced over her eviction. Okay, but then they can't do that because she has immunity. Okay, so I take that back. But those are fake evictions that will scatter things in the house, because at this point it will be like, okay, so who is safe? Imisi was doing the most. Dede had such a great storyline. Bright was in a ship, fine boy, fine girl ship. So who is safe? Do you get? I want the housemates rattled up, talk. I won't talk. I know that's a bit messy, but my head is. Anyways, so those were they were just analyzing evictions. And like I said, Kola was engulfed in the conversation, hence why he did not respond to Imisi. So she even came to him at some point, she stood up and came to, I'm calling you. And he sort of responded, but then he went back to sleep. Mind you, where they were standing was not even far away from where Imisi was lying down. So it couldn't have taken Kola a lot to just answer her and say, oh, what's up? And come back to his conversation. Besides, it's Dede. Do you get? I get it. Eviction is a big deal. I get that. But you could have answered her and come back to the conversation. So I think that's why Imisi was offended, that I'm calling you. You're just here. You can't even like just give me 2 seconds, maybe 30 seconds to hear me out. You just continued. I had to shout before you even turned around. And after how many minutes is when you are coming to. But then again, I'm like, which kind of sibling fight be this one? What type of sibling? At first, I was thinking that, it was just playful. Do you get like playful anger that she was doing? Until she started doing manipulator, you're so manipulative. And I'm like, Imisi, yeah. Where is that coming from? I need to know. Like, I really need to know where that is coming from, because it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, you call person, they don't answer you. From where to where does that make the person a manipulator? So I definitely feel like, like there's just a lot you take before you begin to break. The reason I'm saying that is because people have said a lot of things about Kola to Imisi, how that he's using her and all of that. And I feel like it is beginning to get to her. Why? Because she would start noticing little things. Do you get like little things like I call you and you refuse to answer even though you are standing just like how many feet away from me? You are not answering. It doesn't make sense to me, right? I have been doing this. You've been doing that. I've noticed this one. I've noticed that one. So I feel like she's putting a lot of things together, and sometimes it may even be like things that are not even there may start looking like they are there to Imisi. And that's what I think is happening with Imisi with respect to how she's feeling about Kola. Probably why the whole you are a manipulator, you're so manipulative conversation came from. Now, I said I was going to touch on something that I said in my previous video about Kola and Dede. And so let me just say this. I apologize if what I said came off a certain way, because Kola and Dede were having that conversation. What Dede was wearing was revealing, and her boobs were like popping, and Kola mentioned that, which was, weird. And Dede immediately told him so, and he apologized. And in that video, I was like, you dey go talk to a man, you can't wear that kind of clothes with somebody that already have mad feelings for you, So if you don't want to have that conversation, might as well wear a bra. I apologize for that. Okay, you guys, please forgive and forget. Can we do that? Thank you so much. I appreciate. Now, as a way of wrapping things up on this video, let us focus also on the fact that there is a phone twist. Yes, in all of these evictions, there is a phone twist. So we are not really sure what exactly that phone twist is going to be about, right? So I feel like I'm just going to bring us an example, okay? I feel like during Mzansi, Big Brother would usually do certain things like the red room twist and all of that. I feel maybe someone may be offered money to leave now or catapult themselves to the grand finale. I feel like someone would be given that, option. Either go now with the money or go to the finale. Now, I think that is going to probably be a strong contender. So either they are leaving now with that money and disappoint their fans, which someone like Liema did in Big Brother Mzansi, or they catapult themselves to the finals. Now, of course, these people, apart from the fact that I love the fact that they have mad confidence that they may win. A lot of people in the house feel like they will win the show. Of course, apart from Imisi, I've not seen Imisi actually talk like that. Culture thinks he's winning the show, by the way. But these people have a lot of confidence. So I would want to see a situation like that to see if Biggie would do something to either get a strong contender to accept money and leave, or catapult themselves to the finale. Let's know your thoughts in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel.